Is it about him? Or him, perchance? The Reddit forums and Lana fans have been going crazy over Lana's recent song, Henry Come On, with much speculation about both the difficult-to-decode lyrics as well as the person being referenced in the song. So let's get into it. The one thing we do know for sure is that this song, surprisingly, is not about Lana's current husband, Jeffrey Dufresne. This is because Henry Come On was actually teased all the way back in January of 2024, but she and Dufresne only started dating in August of 2024. But before we speculate further, let's take a look at the actual narrative being told in the lyrics. From a general perspective, this seems to be a breakup song. Lyrics like "I'll still be nice to your mom, it's not her fault you're leaving," and "Tell him that his cowgirl is gone" largely confirm this. Next, if we look at the first and second verses together, they seem to be talking about a relationship where Lana's partner is leaving, but she's reassuring him that she isn't upset and doesn't blame him, with lyrics such as "Do you think I'd really lose it on you if you did nothing wrong?" and "Some people come and they're gone." Although there is a slight bit of aggression in the last bit of the second verse, indicating that Lana's partner maybe did in fact do something wrong, but she's just choosing not to blame him. The chorus itself is a little more puzzling, but still successfully feeds into the narrative in the verses. We finally see who she's blaming for the relationship going south, and essentially it's fate. She's saying that she was destined to turn out dangerous and heard God say, "You were born to be the one to hold the hand of the man who flies too close to the sun," and this is why her relationships don't work. There's been a lot of debate over this specific lyric, but the consensus seems to be that it's saying that Lana is destined to be with men that have ambitions that are too high or behavior that is just too risky. This lyric is based on the myth of Icarus, who in summary flew too close to the sun, which ended in his demise, and coincidentally the name of the psychologist who coined the term Icarus complex, which generally just describes people with overambitious characters, is named Henry A. Murray, which is where the name of the song might have honestly come from. Now, the bridge does offer us some insight into who this song might be about and who is hiding under Henry's name, since to my knowledge she hasn't really dated anyone named Henry. She references that country singers don't really make a settle down type, which is the problem that she's been facing throughout this whole song, aka finding a person who she can settle down with. Coincidentally, she dated and then got engaged to a country singer by the name of Clayton Johnson around 2020 or 2021. In fact, multiple lyrics like "hang his hat up on the wall," the cowgirl reference, and "soft leather blue jeans" seem to point to very Western stereotypes, and come on, the guy literally wears a cowboy hat in like half of his photos. The fact that she got engaged to him and then it didn't work out points to an especially emotional breakup, which she must have tried to find ways to cope with and maybe ended up deciding that it was fate and that's how she let it go. However, it is important to note that Lana has written about the same theme in the past. For instance, in Blue Jeans, released in 2012, she states, "Big dreams, gangsta, said you had to leave to start your life over." And then later, "But he was chasing paper, caught up in the game, was the last I heard." Although this song in particular seems to be about fictional characters where one partner is involved in criminal activity and the other is hopelessly in love with him, we can assume that Lana has encountered this theme in her relationships a lot and therefore alludes to it in her songwriting. So some fans think that Henry Come On is not just about any specific person, but rather about Lana's general experience with overly ambitious men in her relationships. Other theories include the song being about Sean Larkin, who Lana dated for only 6 months in 2019, but who's rumored to have inspired over 3 years of music. While singing Chemtrails Over the Country Club, which fans believe to be about him given the lyric "He's born in December and I'm born in June," Lana shaded him by stating that he got married while they were in couples therapy together.
Was born in December and he got married while we were in couples therapy.
So this must have clearly left an emotional impact on her. However, given the fact that he seemingly left Lana for another woman before their relationship was even over, it does not seem like ambition is what drew him away from her. So I'm personally not for this fan theory. However, in the case of Clayton Johnson, Lana's lyrics about ambition make much more sense since he likely wanted to make a name for himself as a country singer. Perhaps he even wanted to establish himself as a singer without her shadow looming over him, which would come with him, being in a relationship with her. That's all I have to say about this song. I know there's some things that I haven't covered, but that's the general consensus on the meaning. Please remember that these are all just theories and we don't know anything for sure. Otherwise, thanks for watching and let me know what you think in the comments. If you made it this far, also please consider subscribing. I post videos decoding popular pop music every month.